Red Dreaded Nation, what is up, guys? Aka-san, Comics Plus, you know what the deal is. It's a Saturday afternoon right now, and horrible weather, but I have some free time, so I thought I'd just go ahead and give you a little bit of do one of my classic Saturday soapbox situations. Let's talk about that Venom movie. Every once in a while I get on Twitter, and actually every day, and there's always something that's going on with Twitter. People are always angry about something. They're always making a big deal out of something. Outrage culture, you know what I'm saying? This particular one I thought was a little odd because Venom has been officially rated as PG-13, and apparently a lot of people have a problem with it for some reason. They were really pushing for a rated R. Some people are going as far as to blame Disney and the MCU for wanting to have a PG-13 situation. Some people don't think that Some people think that the movie would be better if it was rated R, I guess, because you can get it gory or whatever. And to that I say, no, don't worry. No, don't worry about it. As a lot of you already know, I'm a huge Venom fan. It's tattooed on my arm, wearing the shirt right now, in fact. And I just got my tickets for Japan a few days ago, and on top of that, New York. So I'll be seeing it in New York first, and I'm going to see it again in Japan. How you like that? How about that? Anyways, the point I wanted to make, and the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is don't worry. I think some people feel like because Venom is a character that has eaten brains, or is always talking about eat your brains and things like that, you actually need to see it to happen. Nah, man, like the Venom I grew up on, it was always implied that he was doing that kind of shit, but he actually never did. He only actually did it once, and it was actually an interesting mini story about him eating people and actually eating brains. And the thing that the symbiote actually ended up needing was just dopamines and shit from the brain. That's why the symbiote wanted to eat brains, and so he ended up just giving himself chocolate all the time for the endorphins. But Venom itself, Venom the character, would always talk like that, but never actually did it. And if they ever did something gory or whatever, it was always kind of off camera. In the comics, it was always implied, and we just assumed that he was doing things. Even with Carnage, same thing. You got to remember, even with the source material, even with the actual source material, there's comic codes that Marvel had to go by, and it wasn't until like later in the far future with some of the Max titles that Marvel was putting out, and that was only with Carnage, really with Carnage. So Venom the character himself, yes, the lethal protector, but it was always just kind of described to us in the fact that of all the violence that would be happening, broken bones. I think they're gonna be fine, okay? My expectation for this movie is kind of still very mixed. Like, I want to believe in it, but I don't want to get too overhyped for it. But shit, they got my money, right? I got 2 tickets already for both countries. Yeah, we are Venom. So don't worry about it, guys. The PG-13 rating, that's fine. And if anything, you really do want this movie to do well. You want this movie to sell well, and we want to bring in an audience, because from what I'm hearing, Venom is basically the test to see if they can really bring in the rest of the MCU in some form or fashion. So don't worry about that point. The PG-13 rating, they're just going for a very hard PG-13 rating. I feel, based upon the restrictions that they have, the restrictions that Sony has, I think they're doing the best with the character that they can. I prefer the White Spider, of course, to me, but I have seen versions of Venom without the White Spider, so like an Ultimate Spider-Man. So I think we're really gonna get a fusion of a lot of different influences from Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, and a few other things. So don't worry about it, all right? We are Venom. I'm done. Peace.